quality of self-assurance and confidence to ruin. That day, our teacher told us that it was the most difficult thing any instructor could tell his or her students, that she didn't know what would happen, that for once she didn't hold the answers. We don't understand, and we don't like that. What we hate to admit to ourselves and to others is that we simply do not know. Carolyn Ahrens, in her Living the Questions, expresses this universal profanity. She writes, and suddenly how little I understand about everything was vividly apparent to me. I was coming up with a mass of contradictions. Life is short. Don't waste a minute of it. Life is long. Don't rush it. Life is cruel. Watch your back. Life is beautiful. Open your heart. I kept looking for the cohesive overview, a way to organize each of my observations into a neat outline. But if one exists, I didn't find it. Life is messy. Life is mystery. This much I understand. That day I really realized that life can never be fully understood. And as irritating and frustrating that truth is, I recognize that ironically, life derives its beauty from that very same unknown, that very same mystery. I think I finally came to comprehend what Dickens meant by it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, it was the season of light, it was the season of darkness. In tragedy, in desperation, we realize hope. Because of acts of hate, we see compassion and understanding. Through fear and terror arise courage, bravery. It is in doubt that our faith is strongest, at its greatest. With chaos, we find ourselves banded together in unity. In our weakness, we find strength. In the middle of our hurting, we find raining down on us peace beyond understanding. We cry, God, please bless America. We realize that he has never left us. The day after the September 11th terrorist attacks, I went to wake up my little brother. And what I found when I pulled off his covers was a stuffed dinosaur screeching at me the most hideous and hilarious, I guess, roar. He fooled me, and unlike any other day, I didn't mind. I think I loved it. Later that night, a boy vampire with plastic fangs attacked me. I fell for it all. Any other day for him to have chosen his actions would have rendered the circumstance completely meaningless. And yet in the backdrop, in the aftermath of the day before, I saw the greatest contrast that in the worst of human nature, we can realize the goodness of humanity. We have seen deeper into ourselves than ever before. We have been blessed with a divine notion that leaves us with a more powerful, more lasting impression that will forever touch and move us from day after number 1 to month after to year. This is my revelation, that God works in mysterious ways, that all it takes to achieve sufficient but never satisfactory comprehension is to view this present situation in a different light. If we were to understand anything about this life, this would be what little we should understand. Because of its mysteries, of it being the ultimate mystery, life is beautiful. And as C.S. Lewis explained, the best is perhaps what we understand the least.